Hey Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. So for 2024 so far this year, there's been bangers of releases for Gundam, right? We've got the Gundam Seed Freedom movie, and then just recently the CD soundtrack to G-Saviour. Yeah, that was an awesome surprise to see, so check this out. Link in the description, but buysoundtracks.com happens to have this release for the G-Saviour movie soundtrack. Now, not the PS2 video game, which that's an awesome killer soundtrack, but this is for the movie, the beloved live-action Gundam movie. Now, this is limited to 500 units, but you also get emailed a digital copy and the PDF booklet. And we're actually going to take a look at the booklet. There's some canon and lore implications being called out here. And just some quick background. Obviously, G-Saviour is that live-action Gundam movie. Lower budget, almost like a TV movie made in Canada back in '99. People usually just don't talk about it, but for those that take it seriously, they enjoy it, especially for someone my age. A lot of the stuff that came out of the late 90s, the sci-fi movies, it's like right in that lane. And to be honest, the acting's pretty good. These actors are working today as well, which is pretty crazy. And to be honest, it is really cool to see Gundam CGI done in that like Star Trek Babylon 5 style. But the music is good too. I mean, you get such hits as Main Theme, Romance, but really it's good. All right, here's a little PDF booklet I was able to download, so it's cool. I got my physical copy, also digital. That's very convenient. And you know what else? I wouldn't buy CDs for anything. I remember when the CD fad came around. It wasn't really fad. It was awesome technology at the time, but there's something with vinyl. I like vinyl because I could be deliberate with it. I can, I'm going to listen to this music. I'm going to put it on the player, let it go through, have to turn it over. I kind of like that. With the CD, it's not that much different than digital. This movie is so that 90s. It's something that being on a CD just makes sense in itself. If you look at what they've done with the front cover, and I got to give it to them, it looks like the G-Saviour picture is from the high grade in the back, and the pictures of them look like it was just screenshots from the DVD then cut out in Photoshop. And really, I'm not complaining. There's probably very little resources of the G-Saviour movie itself, and that high grade box art's pretty badass. Yeah, music composed by John Debney and Louis Febre. Okay, and then this release was put out by Dragon's Domain Records, which on this website actually they had a lot of other releases, and it's a lot of things I've never heard of, like I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard of G-Saviour. All right, the music of G-Saviour by David Hirsch. G-Saviour was a feature film produced in Canada to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Gundam franchise, first launched in 1979 by Yoshiyuki Tamino and Hajime Yatate, a nom de plume for the creative team at Sunrise Bandai Namco, which is something I always forget, that Hajime Yatate is not really a person, it's a collective. As Mobile Suit Gundam, the series then branched out into a multitude of TV projects, theatrical films, countless manga, novels, and video games grossing in excess of $5 billion. The Gundam Big Bang Project was launched in 1999 to mark this milestone with both G-Saviour and the Turn A Gundam anime TV series as its centerpiece. G-Saviour went into production on June 1998, making its theatrical debut in Japan exactly a year later on June 18, 1999. A TV broadcast followed the next year prior to a DVD release in 2001, along with assorted tie-in merchandise such as an audio drama CD, Bandai visual release, and now out-of-print DVD in the US on January 22nd, 2002. The film was written by Mark Amato, story editor of Earth Final Conflict from 2001-2002, and Stephanie Pena-Sai, and directed by Graham Campbell. While CGI was utilized to depict the gigantic mobile suits, live-action production values designed by Richard Hoodlin, Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, were enhanced by filming at futuristic landmarks around Vancouver, BC, as well as the use of props and costumes left over from Starship Troopers. The spectacular score for G-Saviour was created by the team of John Debney and Louis Febre. The son of musical parents, Debney earned his BA in music composition at the California Institute of the Arts in 1979, after which he joined Disney Studios and began writing music for several animation projects. In between, he scored episodes of various live-action TV series, including Cagney and Lacey, Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine. He even did Sequest, Elf, The Passion of the Christ, Iron Man 2, Hocus Pocus, so he's got some good films under his belt. Born in Saltillo, Mexico, where he studied music, Luis Febre moved to Los Angeles with his family and began working on films for PM Entertainment. He soon met Debney, who would go on to mentor him, and they collaborated on a succession of projects beginning in 1996 with the Doctor Who TV movie and the series The Cape, which Febre earned an Emmy for Best Dramatic Underscore. Independently, he has continued to score several films, including Alien Trespass, Bastards and Diablos, and 67 episodes of Smallville. All right, here's the big lore takeaway right here. Main theme, consistent with the anime, G-Saviour is set in the Universal Century year of 0223, where governments have consolidated into two major factions, the Congress of Settlement Nations and the Settlement Freedom League. Besides Earth nations, they include colonies on both the moon and 7 artificial spatial constructs called sides. So I really like that very straightaway tie-in, this is Universal Century. Yeah, I'm just one of those that I like G-Saviour. I like that it's part of a future of Universal Century Gundam. And what's really cool here is there's more. Now this is in the actual CD booklet, but it's cool that you get a digital PDF copy. Just some various shots from the movie or production. I like how there's the name of the song, but also a description of potentially when that song was being played, like the bioluminescence. Mark is asked by his former commanding officer, General Garnu, Kenneth Walsh, to interrogate Cynthia. She convinces Mark that the rebels were actually working in secret with a scientist at the undersea lab to develop a bioluminescent enzyme that would allow them to grow food under the sea and solve a massive food shortage. So, you know, it's self-explanatory, the name of the song, the music, but I like how they're tying in elements of what was going on in the movie. Also, this is a pretty cool shot here. I don't think this is anything from the movie. Let me see if I can zoom in on that some more. That must be some promotional thing. It looks awesome though. All right, and then we get to the end here. Just, a list of the songs. But again, it is crazy to see 2024 Sunrise on a G-Saviour CD soundtrack. That is awesome. So there you have it. Is this something you'd pick up? Link in the description. There's only gonna be 500 copies, so curious if it's still for sale and if you're able to grab one, but also you can get it digitally. But yeah, if you buy the CD, you get it digital also. But anyway, just really awesome that in 2024, Sunrise released something like this. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think below, if this is something you're gonna pick up or not. And then until next time, stay cool.